The world thought this tiny nation would fall in days, but on November 30th, 1939, the impossible happened. A country of farmers stood up to one of the largest armies on Earth and shocked the world forever. Today in world history, November 30th marks the beginning of one of the most unbelievable military stories ever recorded, the Winter War between Finland and the Soviet Union in 1939. And to understand why this day changed the world, we must go back to the root of the conflict, a story of fear, geography, power, and survival. The Soviet Union had one of the largest armies on Earth. Finland was a small nation of barely 3 million people. On paper, the war should have lasted less than a week. But history is never written on paper. It is written by the courage of people who refused to surrender. The root cause began with fear. The Soviet Union feared that Nazi Germany could invade them through Finland, a country sharing a long northern border with Russia. To protect itself, the USSR demanded Finnish land, including territory near Leningrad. Finland refused, not out of pride, but because giving away that land meant giving away their ability to survive as a nation. So on November 30th, 1939, without a declaration of war, the Soviet Union launched a full-scale invasion. Bombs fell on Helsinki, tanks crossed the snow-covered forests, and the world believed Finland would collapse instantly. But then came the miracle. The Finnish soldiers, many simple farmers, lumberjacks, and hunters, knew the land better than anyone. They moved silently through the white forests on skis, blending into the snow. They used hit and disappear tactics, cutting Soviet supply lines, isolating tanks, and striking from the trees. Their weapon was not just a rifle, it was the winter itself. Temperatures fell to 40°C, engines froze. But the Finnish spirit did not. And from this frozen nightmare emerged the legend Simo Hyh, a Finnish hunter who became the deadliest sniper in human history. No scope, no technology, just patience, skill, and the will to defend his homeland. But despite Finland's courage, the Soviet Union was too large, too resource-rich, and too determined to accept defeat. After months of brutal fighting, Finland was forced to sign a peace treaty in 1940, giving up 11% of its territory. Yet here is the part the world remembers. Finland survived. Finland stayed independent. Finland proved that size does not decide destiny, spirit does. The Winter War reshaped global politics. It exposed the weaknesses of the Soviet military. It inspired resistance movements around the world. And it taught every nation a timeless lesson. When people fight for their home, even the strongest empire can be shaken. And today, as we look at global conflicts, shifting borders, and nations struggling to defend their identity, the Winter War reminds us that the courage of ordinary people can still change the world. This was November 30th, the day a small nation stood against a giant and showed humanity what courage truly looks like. History is not old, history is living inside us. One day, one event, one lesson. Mr. Fidi,